Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome to some more Eternal gameplay. Today we're going to be looking at what is the Ski J's signature deck, the deck he's most known for playing, I guess you could say. It's what he says that he goes back to when he's on a losing streak just to stabilize things. So we're going to give it a run here. It is a much different way to play STONESCAR, more mid-rangey, even sort of trending towards control, I guess you could say. We run 2 Sabotages. The enemy player discards a spell or attachment of your choice from their hand. 4 Torch. 3 Annihilate. 4 Argenport Instigator. 4 Quarry, a 2-cost spell that lets us draw one of the top 2 cards of our deck and reduce its cost by 1. We discard the other. 3 Vara's Favor. 3 Cat Burglar, a 3-cost 3/2 with Deadly. When we summon it, the enemy player discards a relic of our choice from their hand. This helps against Armory and other relic-centric decks. Also, even if they're not that, the 3/2 with Deadly is a decent body. 4 Champion of Chaos. 2 Yeti Ruin Crawler as a way to deal with attachments that are in play. Also, worth noting that the Cat Burglar can only hit relics, it can't hit just attachments like Permafrost. 4 Crimson Firemaw. 4 Death Strike, just straight up 4-cost kill a unit. 4 Statuary Maiden, a 2/4 for 4 with Deadly. Enemy units that die transform into 2/2 cudgels. You draw them. Interesting to note with this card, the way that Aegis works in this game, if an enemy dies while it still has an Aegis on it, then the Aegis will protect it from becoming a cudgel. 3 Vicious Highwayman, a 4-cost 4/2 with Warcry in charge. When we summon it, we deal 1 damage to an enemy. When an enemy unit dies, Vicious Highwayman gets lifesteal and quick draw this turn. 4 Obliterate, and the namesake of the deck, 2 STONESCAR Mauls, a 6-cost 6/3 relic weapon with Overwhelm. The power base is 7 Fire, 7 Shadow, 3 Crest of Chaos, 4 Seed of Chaos, and 4 STONESCAR Banner. That is the deck list. Let's see how she runs. Alright, this looks like a good hand. We've got Instigator on turn 2. We can get another Sigil if we just top deck a Sigil. We've got Ruin Crawler. Yeah, this is a keep. Alright, we are on the play, so we'll play that out. We can Torch if necessary if our opponent's on aggro and drop something on turn 1. They are not. They are showing Argenport faction there, which could be a number of things. Argenport mid-range has been quite popular as of late. We still do occasionally see Argenport control as well. This looks like mid-range. The control decks don't run the Instigator. So we are going to go ahead and Vara's Favor. Then we'll play out a Shadow Sigil and kill their Instigator while attacking with ours. And pass back. Next turn we have Statuary Maiden. Alright, another Instigator. Well, I will offer the trade here, since we have a Statuary Maiden out. If they block, then we will get a Cudgel. So they are. Right. Interesting to note, too, that where it's transformed, we don't get the activation from Argenport Instigator on their creature. We do, however, get a Stone Cudgel. Alright, Impending Doom. Would love to draw a removal spell here. That's not really a removal spell. However, we can get in there, since this has enough toughness to survive. It does put it in range of a Vanquish if they're running that. Risk reward, I guess you could say. Also, I'm pretty sure that any deck with both Shadow and Justice is going to be running Slay. If I could speak and get that out there. Alright, well, I'm still going to keep attacking with this, even though they get kind of a free attack with that. Maybe I don't? Or maybe I just go ahead and kill this first. Yeah, let's do that. Get our Cudgel. We will go ahead and play it there. Try to get in for 6. And we do, yep, they do not want Tevaron to go bye-bye. Alright, hopefully they'll miss. Well, they didn't miss. So they probably got a weapon since 2 got put into the graveyard. No blocks. Please don't have a slay or a vanquish. Alright, Runehammer. So, killing here. Yep. That is unfortunate. Also unfortunate that this power is depleted. Otherwise, I could swing in when they blocked and finish it off with a STONESCAR Maul. As it is, we have to just sit back. They're probably going to kill our Ruin Crawler. Or no, just swing with Tevaron. Again, I don't think we block. Alright, Tranquil Scholar, what skill are you getting? Lifesteal. And an Unseen Commando. This game's slipping away from us. Are you going to use up your Runehammer? You are not. It's a little bit risky. So we could either play out a Fire Maul or play STONESCAR Maul. STONESCAR Maul will let us get rid of this Runehammer. We can kill the Commando. So I think that's our play. Also will leave us with 1 armor to keep this. And we will go ahead and end the turn. And I think we now have to block Tevaron. Because if this is another Rune Hammer and we block here, then we're dead. Of course, we could just take it and lose our STONESCAR Maul, and then this would protect us from a Rune Hammer. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. No blocks. Life still? Sure. You got an extract, we're dead. You don't. You have another Tevaron, which is not a Tevaron that this one found. I don't think we get out of this at all. We can STONESCAR Maul and kill this. We could attack in. If they block with Tevaron, we could STONESCAR Maul and kill that. But then we're just dead on the crackback. We don't have enough to deploy 2 things. We don't have an ability to kill anything, so this won't get lifesteal. Yep, that is the game. Good game, friend. Alright, again, this seems like a perfectly reasonable hand if we can manage to draw some more power. We've got early interaction. We'll go ahead and keep it. It's not really worth mulliganing in this deck to try to hit our 2 and 3 drops. There just aren't enough of them. So, Seed of Chaos and pass. Would really like to draw a Sigil next turn. Ooh, so we're losing one of these. Okay, Annihilate. Looks like we're up against Felm. And now we really need to hit power or we're going to be in bad shape. Yep, strategize. Start our turn. Death Strike. That is not a power. Unfortunate for us. Just one of those things you deal with in a card game that has random elements. I mean, you're shuffling things together. You never know what you're going to draw. Just gotta roll with the randomness. Everything's chance and percentages. Alright, they are not missing their power drops, which is unfortunate for us. Sabotage? They're almost certainly going to take the Death Strike. Yep. Undepleted power, please. That's not what that is. This game is probably slipping away from us too. We should probably go ahead and torch that to get rid of the Aegis. Yep, I think. Alright. Taking 5. At least it's not getting bigger every turn. Pass back. Take another 5. We got all these powerful cards and no way to cast them. Yep. Well, probably too late at this point. They almost certainly have removal. Gotta try, though. Try to block that thing. Alright, I'm willing to do that. Let's go Highwayman, pop that Aegis, and try to get in there. Do they not have any fast removal? Seems odd to me. Alright, Lightning Storm, sure. I mean, if they're in that kind of shape, maybe we do still have a chance. Pop the Aegis again. Get another Warcry. Suddenly it doesn't feel quite so bad, I guess. Let's attack. So, worth noting, at 7, they can Lightning Storm and then Withering Witch and wipe our side of the board. I do think we need to put pressure on, so we'll play out a Fire Maw. We've still got other units to deploy if our board gets wiped. Alright, Lifesteal, they're killing that, sure. Not happy about it, of course. Okay, Ruin Crawler Yeti. Let's attack. Alright, now they have a fast spell. Okay. Continue. We are going to play out this Ruin Crawler so that we can hold up Torch. We may end up just popping their Aegis at the end of turn. So now we won't, because this will allow us to finish one of these off, since they're playing 2. Alright, start turn. Okay, that's not a bad draw. Let's go ahead and overwhelm. I keep calling Obliterate overwhelm. Obliterate one of these, that'll also pop their Aegis. And we'll end the turn, since we don't have enough power to attack in and finish this off. Vara Fate Touch, that's the game. Almost certainly. We have gotten stuck on power for too long, I think. Though they still don't have enough to get to pump their team, as far as Shadow goes. So we can Oblit her. We can block and go to 2. Could also just play out, say, Champion of Chaos or Statuary Maiden. I think that's less good if they have a removal spell, so let's... Well, either way, if they have a removal spell, we're just straight up dead here, so... Do that, get Vara off the board. Alright, so they have a Favor or a Lightning Storm, or a Black Sky Harbinger. That's got it. Good game, friend. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be with the way things shaped up during the first few turns. Alright, again, I think this is a perfectly reasonable hand. I've played Aggro Zed already this morning. I think he's on Skycrag Aggro, so this should be a decent hand versus that, especially with us on the play. Yeah, we will keep that. So we've got a Favor to deal with a 1-drop that they play, as long as it's not that. Of course, it can still pop the Aegis. However, we're probably better off just deploying our Instigator, so that if they don't have removal or pump spells, then it can just eat that. They have a Katana, though. I think we're justified in trading with that. So we'll do that. We'll take 1 damage from our own Instigator. Okay, Torch. So here I think we're just going to play out a Champion of Chaos. Next turn we can play the Sigil. We'll still have Torch available. Another Yeti, okay. And another Katana. So we can kill that. It will take us 2 spells to do so. Again, though, I think it's worth doing. Go ahead and start dealing some damage. They could have a Champion of Fury to haste us. All right, Borderlands Waykeeper's got an Aegis. They can pay 4 and give it +1 and flying. We'll start our turn. So, Statuary Maiden or Fire Maul. They have enough to ultimate this, so we'll go with the Fire Maul. Would like to be able to play Statuary Maiden plus Torch in the same turn. Ooh, Drake. We are going to take that. If we draw an undepleted power, then we can cudgel it. We did. Awesome. So it will not get the Entomb, since it won't be a Soulfire Drake anymore. And we'll go ahead and attack. Feel like we're in good shape here. Ruin Crawler Yeti would also be awesome to kill this Permafrost. Free up our champion over there. Another Permafrost there. Okay. Got an Annihilate. We could pop that Aegis if we wanted to. I think we're better off just suiting up our Maiden here and swinging. And in the turn. Looks like they are flooding just a little bit. These decks really don't want 7 power. At least not this early. We'll start our turn. Cat Burglar. Sure, it's not going to hit anything. But it is another unit. And with Deadly, anything they block it with is going to die. Snow Pelting. Sure. We've still got this game. Obliterate wins next turn. Alright, good deal. Well, we got a win under our belt. Let's hope we can pull that off again. Yeah, we can't keep that, even though if we top deck to power, we would be able to chain it into more. We can't count on that. That's better. We've got turn 2 and turn 3 Instigator if we don't draw something better to play. Sadly, we're on the draw, so it's not quite as good, but can't always be on the play. Well, they kept that on the top, so it's probably not good. We'll keep the Torch, sure. Don't know exactly what they're on yet. Looks like they're on mid-range. So the Torch was okay. We're not going to Torch this turn. We're going to Instigator. Next turn we've got Instigator plus Torch. We would rather Torch a Commando than their own Instigator if they'll put that out there for us to do. Bloodletter, that's a problem. So they're going to gain a bunch of life. We do eventually have Death Strike. Let's go with the banner. We'll attack. Lay out our second Instigator and pass. No blocks. Be awesome if they play something we can torch here. Nope, playing a Slay, sure. And continue. Start our turn. So we're going to attack and just pass. I've not seen these mid-range decks, these Argenport mid-range decks play Protect, so I'm going to gamble just in case they have another bloodletter or something else to put on this, then we can get them a little bit more. Alright. Try to kill it. Well, they do have something fast. Maybe they... Nope. No protect. Okay. Pretty sure if they had a protect, they would have played it there. Vara's favor. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we would like to start drawing not powers now. We'll attack. And we'll go ahead and deploy our maiden. Our life is getting precarious. And there is Tevaron, who is always an issue. Death Strike? No Death Strike. Okay. So we're going to swing with the Instigator. We're going to hold this back to block. Alright, we'll fight. Then we're going to try to finish this off. Alright, got a cudgel. We're not going to play it out this turn. Would just make this vulnerable to vanquish. Another Tevaron. Well, a Slay just deals with her. If we put a cudgel on it, then also a vanquish will. If we attack, they're not going to block for sure. So I think we just pass the turn here. Hopefully they don't have a Slay. And it appears they don't. Hopefully they'll also miss on this Tevaron trigger. They didn't. They only got one thing though. They put any weapons in the yard? They did not. Yeah, we definitely block. Hopefully what they got was not a second Tevaron. It wasn't. Also, an Auric Root Hammer would have just killed us there. That would have been horrible. Okay. So we have to obliterate that. This Argenport mid-range matchup seems pretty bad, honestly. Feels like we have to get really good draws to beat this particular deck. And we're dead. Good game. So I may be wrong. This is a very small sample size, which all of these videos that I make are really very small sample sizes. You need a much bigger selection of games to really make a decision about how good a deck is against, you know, a certain meta or a certain other deck. I don't think this is keepable. Not doing anything till turn 4 and 5. Alright, that's better. We've got Sabotage into Instigator. But if this, the matchup is as bad versus the mid-range deck as it has felt, then maybe we would not want to play this when the meta seems to be heavily Argenport mid-range. Alright, Found here. We'll go ahead and play out an Instigator. We do have a much quicker start this time versus the Found deck. Alright, Extract, sure. Extract's a very good card. Right, we will play out our champion. Need to pressure these control decks as quickly as we can. Alright, I'm going to attack first. Then we'll quarry, hope to hit a power. We did. And then we'll play out our Instigator. So maybe I should have done that ahead of time. Would have given us one more damage off the champion since we hit our threshold for Shadow. My thinking was I wasn't going to play out this pre-combat because if this died during combat, I would take a damage, but that was maybe just faulty thinking. Alright, we're going to go with as much damage as quickly as possible. They don't seem to have a fast spell that costs 2 in hand, so no Annihilate. Okay, devastating setback is indeed a bit devastating here. Doesn't wipe our board, but it significantly weakens it. Let's go ahead and attack. And they don't have the ability to completely board wipe next turn, so I think we're justified in playing out the Fire Maw. Alright, feeding time here. Yep. So we got 3 coming in. An undepleted power off the top would be great. That's not really an undepleted power, but we'll go ahead and do this. Hopefully they don't have a Black Sky Harbinger. That would take them out of reach of our STONESCAR Maul. Sorry. Mouth didn't want to form words there. Alright, another setback. That's better than a Harbinger. So, I think we've got this game. Yep, we certainly do. We'll maul it up and maul to the face. Alright, I think we're going to snap keep this. We do need a couple more power. We've got turn 2 play, and if we draw power, we've got 2 different turn 3 plays. We'll go with the seat. Alright, hopefully not mid-range again. Although I think this may be the same person we played previously on mid-range. Don't really pay a lot of attention to who the opponent is when I'm making these videos, just so much else to be concentrating on. Yep, looks like it may be the same person. And we didn't draw a power. We will offer the trade if they're willing. They're probably... Oh, they are. Okay. Fine then. Right, Tranquil Squats. Alright, Tranquil Scholar. What do you get? Killer? Sure. And Sabotage? For nothing. Let's hope we can pull a relic out of their hand. We can't. Alright, sure. Unseen Commando. Alright, good. We've hit some power drops here. I will offer the trade. And they won't take it. This will be gaining them 3 life a turn, so that's probably the right choice for them. That's bad. Now we need a... Oh, and it had Killer too. Great! Now we need a Death Strike. I mean, Statuary Maiden or Champion of Chaos can trade with it, with Deadly, if we hit another Shadow for this. We didn't. But a Slay just gets these through. I think our best bet is the Statuary Maiden. Alright. You get Aegis, sure. And Enforcer, so that's bad. They'll silence this, so we can no longer trade with Tevaron. And yeah, this mid-range deck feels like a horrible matchup for the MAULERS deck. 9 damage. I mean, this can hold this at bay, so I guess we don't block. Right, Torch is not great. However, we can play out a Champion of Chaos and torch this to try to mitigate some of the damage. In turn. That's a big bloodletter. Big enough to kill us, even. Good game. That Argenport mid-range deck seems really impressive. May have to give that a try. Certainly puts the beating on this. Alright, we'll do one more here. Nope, redraw. That's better. feel like this deck could maybe be benefited from working in a few extracts. Would give us a bit more early game interaction as well as scouting plus life gain. Of course, the meta may have shifted enough away to where the cat burglars and ruin crawlers aren't quite as good as they were when he put this build together. We'll go with Champion of Chaos. We haven't really faced any armory decks this morning. Sure. Alright, this feels like potentially a mirror or close to a mirror. Go ahead and lay out our other champion. Highwayman, yep. Yeah, we will trade with that. Can't afford to let them just get Warcry on Warcry on Warcry, and we didn't hit our 4th land again. Well, power. Sorry, magic terminology there. Yep. Your choice. Alright, well that was nice at least. The question is, what do we go with? We're not under a huge amount of pressure yet, I suppose, so let's play out our Fire Maw. Oh, not quite a mirror. They're playing some Shadow Waystones. Yep, can't block that. I mean, we can, but it won't really do much. Alright, Seat. I think even as behind as we are going to try and race. We can obliterate next turn. Killing this. Yep. We're really low. Another obliterate just kills us. Well, let's attack first. And obliterate. Also, a highwayman plus a torch kills us, but we can't just sit back forever. That is a sure way to lose. And they don't have anything. Alright, attack. Alright, annihilate, sure. Let's play out a maiden. Death Strike, okay. And we're dead. So semi-mirror, even STONESCAR Maul. Sweet. Alright, there again is the deck list. As always, there will be a link in the description to the original deck list that the SkiJ posted on Eternal Warcry. It is worth checking out every now and then because he does consistently update it as he makes changes to his decks. So who knows? Even by the time this video goes live, he could have made some adjustments to this particular list, and it is worth checking out because he is very successful with this list when he does play it. I've had a lot of fun running it. I don't know that it was great against the matches that we faced. It seemed fine versus the aggro decks, especially like the Skycrag and stuff, and seemed less than good versus the Argenport mid-range. So just get a feel for what your meta is before you decide if this is the deck to be playing at that particular time. The meta does shift even throughout the day on Eternal, it feels like. But that's enough rambling from me. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments, and by leaving a like below, it really does help tremendously. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.